Hello and welcome to another edition of Berea Online Live. I'm your host, Chad Hembree, and joining me we have a special guest, Mr. Virgil Burnside, who has been re-elected to the Berea City Council, and we wanted to bring him on here to thank the voters and to give us an idea of what he was looking forward to for the next couple of years. Virgil?
Chad, thank you very much. It's a pleasure. I appreciate the invite and want to extend my thanks for you as well. And I especially want to thank the voters of Berea who has a lot of confidence in me. And I'm really humbled. I've been able to serve 13 years, and so 2 more gives me 15 years and been reelected. So I want to thank each and every one of those who supported me, but I also want all of Berea to know that regardless, I'm here to represent and to be a voice for all the citizens of Berea, regardless of whether they voted directly for me or not. So, because that's the kind of community I think we have and we all want to move forward in.
That's right. It's like we were saying, 2 years now, we've got the council that we have, we need to pull together.
Absolutely, we do. We got a lot of work to do, and I think we got some big things that Berea's got to face and look at. And one of those, obviously, is our stormwater drainage, which became evident over the last storms that we've had. So we need to address those. And that's one of the big issues that I'm looking at and looking forward to working on. I started some of that work and with Paul and our engineer in getting a plan together to address those issues. And the other is economic development. I think Berea as a city, we've kind of living off an economic development program that we've had in the past, and we're not quite sure how we've evolved and how things have changed. And so it gives us a chance to really look and take stock in the kind of community we have, what resources that we have to offer, and to try to change direction in terms of our economic development.
Is there a particular area of interest that you have in the economic development? Is it, do you like the industry or the small business? Is there something that...
Well, I don't have a particular area. What I like to see is that if we can capitalize on all Berea's assets, whatever they may be. Berea is a very interesting community. You have working class, you have an educated community part in it as well. So how diverse can we be in attracting a variety of kinds of opportunities here for Berea? Looking at, either more high-tech kinds of things, either traditional industries, but those things that would fit and match and come and stay and provide opportunities, not just for people currently, but definitely for the future. Always wanted to see a city, and Berea especially, as we've grown a lot. We've grown tremendously over the last 10 years, and some of that came with the annexation, but there's been a lot of growth. Berea at one time was a community of about 9,000. We think the census is going to show us around 15, and that's a lot of growth. So I think having the kind of quality of life, the kind of employment opportunities, the kind of community that will give our young people an opportunity to stay in this community is really what's on my mind.
That's great. Now, I didn't know you very well, but I knew you indirectly through Clifford Kirby, who thought very highly of you. And he's told me a lot of stories, especially about some evenings that you've spent talking and telling stories, and he's told a lot of good things. So I feel like I know you more than you probably feel like you know me. So the fact is, you've been around the city for quite a while working, 13 years you said?
13 years in
And you've seen a lot of projects started and finished already.
Absolutely.
I mean, you were on council for the Artisan Center, the redoing of the whole Old Town Berea,
That's
right? So all of that.
The bypass, Midlands Road upgrades that we're doing, many upgrades.
And now with this, in the next 2 years, of course, we'll have Prospect finished. That's looking like it's going to be a nice project.
It's going to be an excellent project, and especially in terms of widening the bridge that will handle vehicular traffic and as well as pedestrian traffic through that area. There's a lot more people walking through there than people realize, but it also gives us an opportunity to continue another trend that we've had in the city of Berea, and that's our bike and walking paths on out to Indian Ford and in those areas. So that's a good project, worthy project to be looking at.
And if the state will ever release that money that's in the budget, we may see a finished bypass, but that's out of control for us, I know.
Yeah, well, sometimes these projects is at the mercy of the state and when they're going to respond, and of course their budget situation dictates how they're going to do that and what they're going to do that. We've been very fortunate though, and I really give credit to Representative Mobley and Senator Worley, been very helpful in many things that we've undertaken here, and Berea has done well with those two supporting us, and as well as Representative Napier as well. So we've done some good things that I think to getting many projects started, even the bypass. But the city has also been very, very adept at taking on, doing the initial groundwork, which makes it shovel ready, if I may use that term, and I think the state is more willing to step in and do what they need to do.
Well, it's been a pleasure having you on here. Congratulations on your re-election.
Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate that, and I'm looking forward for the next 2 years. I'm looking forward to working with the group we have, and I think there's a lot of good things that we can do, and I'm sure the city's going to benefit from that good work. So appreciate that. So thank you.
Well, this has been another edition of Berea Online Live. Joining me was Virgil Burnside, re-elected to the Berea City Council. He's looking forward to working on several projects, and we were glad to have him on here. I'm your host, Chad Hembree. Join us for another edition.